Good morning, boys and girls. Well, actually, it's good evening. But for me, it's good morning because I just woke up and it's 9 o'clock at night. Around the clock started a little early today. Anyways, it's Philadelphia, and I'm wearing my favorite shirt. I've had this ever since I was like 5. Yes, I was this big at 5 too. Yeah. Yeah, actually, little known fact, I was in my peak physical condition when I was 1. You know, that's when I hit my peak. You should have saw me back then though, because you would have thought I was only no more than 3 months old. People sure used to talk about me and how fit I was at 1. I was one fit 1-year-old, but it was all downhill from there. And I ballooned by the time I was 5. I could wear this shirt. But now with Pilates, I can wear it again. That's why I do this all the time. Anyways, Philadelphia Flyers. I don't know what to say about the Philadelphia Flyers, actually. I've been thinking about it for minutes. And that, for me, is a very, very long time. They've been an odd organization. It's like they're rebuilding, but they're not rebuilding. They seem like in between. They don't know exactly which direction they want to go. And one thing they really don't know what to do is how to get goaltenders. Even the year they went to the final, they had probably the worst goaltending tandem ever. I don't remember what the other guy's name was, but it was Brian Boucher. You guys help me out what the other guy's name was. He was like a career minor leaguer and then went back to the minors right after that. They had this plan, it seemed, to just stock their lineup with every position but goaltending. For some reason, they had come to a conclusion that the skill level for goaltending was so small that they could get away without the goaltender, and they gave it a good go. They made it to the finals, so I guess what would I say, right? But that was like a huge surprise that they ever made it there, and it's not gonna likely happen too many times, if ever again, because goaltending is the most important position that you have. But even after that, they've gone through goaltender after goaltender after goaltender, and haven't had any success whatsoever. They haven't drafted really goaltenders to be able to play. Even like Neuwirth that they have now was looking like he was going to be a world beater goaltender. He goes to Philadelphia. Now he's subpar. He has a couple good seasons. No, can't get consistency. They brought in Mason from Columbus, who wasn't having consistency. It was a really odd choice. He's got, again, like all the skill in the world, almost like Lettinen, but his consistency just doesn't there. He had a great year last year. He's not having a great year this year. It seems to be the way he is. He might be able to put a year together. And I don't know what the answer to it is. It's goaltender coaches they've gone through. Like they've tried every way. And the funny thing is, you have one of the best goaltenders that ever lived as a general manager in Hextall. You think he would be able to find some goaltenders for them. Next year, I think they're probably going to go hard after Bishop, but I imagine Bishop will turn into just poo as soon as he becomes a Philadelphia Flyer. It's like goaltenders don't even want to go there, because as soon as you go to Philadelphia, all of a sudden you start sucking. Something in the air, I guess. I don't know. But besides that, they put together pretty good. One thing they have is maybe my favorite player in the league, maybe Wayne Simmonds. I love this guy, man. I love guys like that. I always have. That's why Ginla's been one of my favorite. Ginla's my favorite player of this generation. Doan, O'Reilly back in the day, Lindros, just those big kick your ass, can score goals. Brandon Shanahan, guys like that. And this guy's one of those. I mean, he is really talented, for really fast, scary in the sense that people won't even want to fight him. I've heard a couple conversations with players talking about him, and it's like nobody in the league wants to fight this guy. He is super tough. And fast, and I'm surprised people don't talk about him more, actually. I don't know why he's not mentioned a lot more than he is, because he's a fantastic hockey player, totally. Yeah, Giroux, Um, Voracek was a nice pickup. I mean, forwards I've never had a problem with. Shen, and then they got this Konechny kid, looks great. A lot of depth at forward. Defense, they got Gostisbehere now, Provorov. Probably going to lose Delzato next year, and I hope if they do that they go out and they'll probably use that money to get a goaltender. They brought in Hackstall, good college coach. Seems to be doing all right. We'll see how that works out. But that's what I mean about Philadelphia. All the pieces always seem to be there, but they don't seem to be able to get over the hump. And really, it comes down to not having a goaltender. So I think they'll go hard after Bishop next year, and hopefully they'll get him, because Philadelphia fans rock. They're awesome, man. Boisterous, kick your ass, old school freaking fans. And that's what the team used to be like. And I was always a closet Philadelphia fan for that reason, because the Broad Street bullies and just kick your ass type hockey. And I want to see that back again in Philly. There's a guy that I wanted to talk about that doesn't get talked about a lot, and I've heard a lot of Philly fans really slag him quite a bit, and that's Reed. And yeah, he's had a tough year offensively, but the last couple of years. But he is a very underrated defensive player. He gets paid probably maybe a little more than a defensive player should, but he's elite in that sense. And I think what happened with him is he took that, he just bought into that, that he was that's what he was. And his mind started going away from the offense. Hackstall has come in, and it looks like he's kind of convinced him to start thinking in that direction as well, to get back to being a two-way player rather than just pure defense. That might have something to do with injuries too, because all of a sudden he stopped playing hard in front of the net and all of those things like that. And that can be something that happens with players. They play through injuries, but it's just too much pain to take a shit kicking in front of the net. And that's possibly what happened with him. But we'll see how he goes for the rest of the year. As far as Philadelphia for the future, like I've been saying with so many teams here, there's so many teams where the future looks really bright, and it certainly does with them. Provorov looks like probably one of the more elite defensemen that we're going to see in the league for quite some time. He is an excellent defenseman, offensively and defensively, in every sense of the word. You've got gold there. Gostisbehere looks like a well, what's his name? Letang. He's almost like a Letang type player. And you got Provorov and Letang on your D-core. You got a couple kids still coming up that look like they could be okay. And you have a pretty solid base all around. So things are looking good for you guys. But they're looking good for the whole league. It's going to be an exciting time in the future. These next 10 years, I think, are going to be some of the best we've ever seen in hockey, just because of the youth that's coming up, and because in all teams are looking like they are. It's hard to find a team where you say this is going to be a bottom dweller for a while. It's amazing to watch, except for maybe Las Vegas. But anyways, that's my full 42. It's not rum o'clock. It's like, get the pasties out. I don't know. Try to find a way to get myself back to sleep, and try it all again tomorrow. So have a great day, everybody. Bye.